On this edition of Lexington Now, big recycling news. The Breeders' Cup is returning to Lexington and Parks and Rec's equestrian program. I'm Neil Noah and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of April 11th, 2022. 3 years ago, Lexington was forced to suspend curbside collection of paper recycling, but that and more has changed now that the materials recycling facility has undergone a major upgrade.
Starting today, paper recycling is back at Lexington curbsides. We have missed the convenience of being able to recycle paper curbside. And now the machinery at the Lexington Recycle Center has undergone a $4.2 million upgrade, and we're ready to go. In another step forward, we have installed equipment that allows us to be able to recycle cartons for the first time ever. And I'm talking about things like broth boxes, milk cartons, juice boxes, all those kinds of things. The new equipment and upgrades to existing devices will allow the recycling center to do several things: to sort paper collected curbside for more effectively, and to produce better quality paper. Increase the capacity of this center to produce higher quality recyclables to sell. Use optical sensors to better sort plastics. Sort out glass earlier in the process to reduce equipment damage from broken glass. And carry material more efficiently thanks to a new conveyor belt layout. These are a big deal. The Lexington Recycle Center serves communities throughout central Kentucky, and we are happy to have it back in operation better than ever before.
Our announcement 3 years ago that we had to suspend curbside paper was because we were struggling to find vendors that were interested in the paper we had to provide. That led us to the conclusion that what we really needed was an overhaul of our center. The facility hadn't been updated since we switched to single stream recycling about 10 years ago. And most of our components were past their useful life. That meant that routine wear and tear were causing our system to break down on a regular basis. In addition, several of our pieces were now undersized for the volumes we were receiving, and that caused our staff to constantly have the conversation about, do we run at a capacity higher than this older equipment can allow, or do we work overtime to try and continue processing? Finally, like so many other aspects of our daily life, newer models of similar systems now sort the same material more effectively, allowing us to have better material at the end of the process that vendors would be more interested in.
If you're excited about this, be a recycle advocate. This is a community resource behind me. We invested $4.2 million in these upgrades. There are people that work here constantly, daily, sorting through the materials. It's not just machines. We need to protect the machines that we spent all that money on, but there's also people that are on the line that are sorting through things. And so by putting only the things that we ask for in your recycle bins, that really helps protect this investment and protect the people that are working here. And so we have handy dandy little flyers that are available for download, and you can print them at home. But also we will be handing them out everywhere we are for the next several months, because we want to make sure that people have this information and are able to recycle properly.
1, 2, 3. Yay! 3, 2, 1.
A major equestrian event is coming back to Lexington. We were there for the announcement.
We are so excited about this. Drew Fleming, we are thrilled to welcome the Breeders' Cup back to town this November. Lexington is ready to step up to be in the international spotlight again. Keeneland is our partner, and as we all know, if Keeneland is involved, it will be a world-class event. So Shannon Arvin will make sure of that. Kip Cornett is involved, once again planning the Breeders' Cup Festival. There will be plenty of entertainment opportunities for our international visitors and our residents right here in Lexington. And everyone can enjoy the Breeders' Cup at Keeneland and all over the city. We set records when the Breeders' Cup was here before the pandemic. And I'm predicting, fingers crossed, right? We will top those records this year and provide a much-needed economic shot in the arm for our hospitality industry, which was battered by the fallout from COVID-19. Lexington is the horse capital of the world. Yes. Hosting the Breeders' Cup gives us another opportunity to demonstrate exactly why we are the horse capital of the world. So welcome everyone. Join us this November for the Breeders' Cup, where true world champions are crowned. Experience a historic track and a lively city that strive for excellence every single day. Thank you for being here.
Let me just start off by saying we at the Breeders' Cup love Lexington. We're thrilled to be back in the horse capital of the world. Lexington was where the Breeders' Cup was founded, and our headquarters are right there next door. This, however, will be only the third time in our 39-year history we've hosted the World Championships at Keeneland, and only the second time with fans in attendance. So we're so happy to be home, and we have every reason to believe this will be our best Breeders' Cup ever. Since most people were not able to attend the Breeders' Cup in person in 2020, it was important for us to return to Lexington as soon as possible so that our local racing fans, businesses, and members of the thoroughbred industry could experience world-class entertainment and hospitality that the Breeders' Cup provides and that they so deserve.
Lexington, as you all recall, embraced the Breeders' Cup like no other host site that I've attended when Keeneland first hosted the Breeders' Cup in 2015. We offer the best of hospitality and a warm welcome to fans and racing connections from across the world. COVID kept us from welcoming our fans in 2020 for the Breeders' Cup at Keeneland. While we were delighted to offer spectacular racing, which we did, we really did miss our fans. So this year, thanks to the efforts of everyone here today, we will be able to celebrate the Breeders' Cup in the way this event so richly deserves.
Anytime there's a great sporting event, people like to get mementos, and I have two. One is this vest from 2015, and the other one is a piece of the paper that a lot of people in the audience know. Mr. Cox, you'll know a thing called the Thoroughbred Daily News. And I kept this for 5 years, and here's why. In 2014, TV personality, chef, and very successful horse owner, Bobby Flay, kind of went on record of being a little bit skeptical about the Breeders' Cup coming to Lexington. Now, mind you, he loves Lexington, he loves Keeneland, but he thought, is the city a little too small? Are they really going to be able to pull this off? Is Lexington ready for a world championship? So this is the Sunday TDN after it with a 3-word apology from Bobby saying, I was wrong. And so I've hung on to that. So how did we turn Bobby from a skeptic into a super fan for our hosting abilities? There's one simple reason, and we see a lot of it here today. Our business community, our local citizens, our local government, and a crucial component, our local hospitality industry stepped up and made this a world-class event. They showcased our city to the world. And we will do that again in 2022, these elements coming together, because a world-class event, which is what the Breeders' Cup is, deserves a world-class festival.
And the Breeders' Cup isn't the only equestrian news. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
Have 2 ways out. When fire strikes, deadly smoke can fill your home within minutes. That's why the USFA wants you to plan and practice home fire drills. Draw a map of each level of your home showing all doors and windows. Discuss the map with everyone who lives with you. Practice your home fire drill at least twice a year. Make sure all doors and windows that lead outside open easily. Push the smoke alarm button to start the drill. Try feeling your way in the dark or with your eyes closed. Have at least 2 ways out of every room. If your first way out is blocked by fire or smoke, you can use your second way out. If there is smoke, get low and go. Crawl quickly under the smoke to your nearest exit. Close doors behind you and gather at a pre-planned outside meeting place where first responders can see you. Call 911. Remember, get out and stay out. Never go back inside for people, pets, or things. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. As the horse capital of the world, Lexington has a well-established equestrian program. Georgia Ackerman tells us all about it.
My name is Georgia Ackerman. I'm with Parks and Recreation, have been for 34 years, and I am the Equestrian Park Program Manager. I knew the girl that had the job before me in the late 80s. I worked with her brother at Lane's End, and I knew that she was leaving the job, and I thought, well, this would be a really, I was working with thoroughbreds on horse farms, and I thought I really would rather be teaching, which is what I went to college for, so I applied and got the job. I rode since I was I started kind of late. I started when I was like 13 and had horses from that time on, and then I rode in college and went to UK, but ended up transferring to another school, but then I came back to Kentucky as soon as I graduated. 10 is the youngest we take, and I tell you, you can start younger, but you'd have to have smaller horses, you know what I mean? So everything, we have a couple of ponies, we just got some new ponies, but for the most part, we gotta have horses that'll go down to 10-year-old size, normal, usual or whatever size, up to adults. So we've had people that are well into their 80s, and they do really well. It's kind of nerve-wracking because you're like, okay, I really don't want to break anybody. But yeah, if they're game, we have really, really nice, quiet horses, so we're very lucky. We have great school horses. In the age of COVID, we had 3 people in a class to keep it low, but usually we have 5, and we hope to go back up to 5 in the fall. But usually it's 5 people in a class. We usually have 1 to 2 rings going at once, and we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced riders. And if you're a beginner, you can kind of go on and get right in the class online. But if you want to do intermediate or advanced, you got to kind of go through me, and I give you a little interview to how much you've done, because a lot of people think they've done more than they have, and a lot of times too, your skill level may be intermediate, advanced, but the horses are harder to ride. This is a really good place to come for very affordable price. We have a really good safety record, and a lot of people will be like, oh, you're going too slow. No, we get to the point where if you want to go on and do more riding, you've got a really good base. You know what I mean? You can ride all of our horses. If you get through advanced, we don't do any jumping. We used to do jumping. We don't do any jumping anymore. That's, as you can imagine, that makes it much more dangerous. And you got to have the horses that are capable of jumping. So, but we get you to the point where if you go to the Grand Canyon and you go for a ride on a horse, you're going to be fine. And I have adults that have been in advanced for a very long time. So we're a good price, and it really is good instruction, and we're real proud of it. We really are. In advance, you'll probably do more. You're going to be doing more cantering, which is basically galloping. We'll be doing school figures in the ring. We may be using, I don't know if you can see those little white poles out there. We'll use those are called cavalettis. We'll use those. It's just a little more independent. Usually in the beginner classes we have an instructor and then an assistant, because it's kind of hard to get everything adjusted. So much of riding is getting ready. You're on this much time and you get ready this much time. So, but in advance there's a lot more independence, and the horses are a little bit harder to, they go. There's more go than whoa. These guys are definitely the opposite. So these are so gentle that if they show the least inclination to not be gentle, they're a liability to me and the city and everybody else. So we really try to screen a lot, and I mean they know their jobs, they really do. So we just got thank you to the city, and Monica, the director of parks, came through with a nice chunk of change for us to buy some new horses. So I've been doing that actually. The last few weeks I've been going to see horses. There's something really empowering about strapping yourself on something that's that big and being able to control them. You know what I mean? Like it's a really, when I was a little girl, I think, I didn't realize it at the time, but I think that's really good for anyone, but I think it's really good for, in that way. And as far as therapeutic, I mean, you're outdoors, the horse is quiet, the sun is shining, it's just like anything that you like to do outdoors, it's just and plus it's, you know how you feel about dogs, they are not quite as engaging, but some of them are extremely sweet. The address of the actual tack barn is 3415 Shamrock Lane, and we are on the back of Masterson Station Park, back by Spur Road. So you can come in off of Spur Road and we'll be on your right pretty directly, and if you come in off of Leestown, we're all the way in the very back. You just stay on the paved road and you'll eventually see the little barn right there that looks kind of like a concession stand with the green roof. And so we've done this is our spring classes, and we'll have our summer camps coming up. Those sign-ups are in April. And then our fall classes will start probably mid to late August. But all that information is at lexingtonky.gov/equestrian.
You already know that Lexington's public library is your headquarters for great literature and information. But did you know they can also help you find a job? The Take Home Job Fair is back to help.
So this is our Lexington Public Library's third Take Home Job Fair, and to celebrate National Library Week, we've decided to make it a statewide job fair. So we have participating libraries on our website if you want to see. If you live in the Lexington-Fayette County area, you can come by to any one of our 6 branches and pick up your job fair bag. And it has all the things that you would need to learn about training opportunities, open positions, and our services at the library to help you in your job seeking. We had some wonderful feedback from patrons who actually got positions from the Take Home Job Fair, and they came back and let us know about the success. So in our eyes, that was a successful program. It was a result of people really not wanting to be in a traditional job fair because of COVID, and this was a way for people to safely access job opportunities and other assistance and take that home or stay in the library and fill out the applications, learn about the training opportunities in the safety of their own home or the library, like I said. You can just drop by any of our 6 locations at the Lexington Public Library. If you go on our website, if you live in a county that is participating, there are about 25 libraries across the state that are participating in the statewide Take-Home Job Fair. And you can come to one of our 6 locations and pick up a bag. And if you need assistance going online, our librarians are there to assist you, or you can take them home and do it at your leisure. We have a couple items of swag that are going to be a surprise when you open it, but also job opportunities from everywhere from traditional bank to the library itself. We have open positions, so job opportunities that are available now, as well as training opportunities through our local community college system and things of that nature. It will start April the 7th until supplies last. And this time we made it a little bit more special. We're collaborating with KDLA to do a statewide job fair for National Library Week to bring awareness to some of the things that people don't associate us with. You know, everyone knows about our summer reading programs and our educational programs for children, but we also offer a wide variety of workforce development programs and services. Come by any one of our 6 locations and pick up your bag.
The council's spring recess is over, so it's back to a full slate of live meetings on Lex TV, all of which you can catch here or streaming online. And remember, for the most accurate and up-to-date information on all city business, check out our website at lexingtonky.gov. Here's this week's meeting coverage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media, check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. And stay tuned to find out how you can get involved in Lexington's comprehensive plan. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.